Cooper and are now going to drink some maple syrup or whatever. So I think I'm gonna try to arrange to take another. You know how it is with the books too. Like they're like, oh no, there's a big deadline, and then the deadline moves, and then oh my god, there's a huge deadline, and then like, well, I'm not ready. Well, okay, then we'll just move it. And you're like, so there is no deadline actually. Right. It's just this ongoing, flowing nonsense or whatever. So I'm gonna have to take another picture.
Are you gonna do a book on tape too?
I don't know. No one's talked about that.
Don't make the mistake I made, where they want you to talk and they keep stopping you and they go, no, say that slower and more clearly, because they're used to getting it read. But it's like we talk for a living, so we kind of know how to do our own stuff. So don't fall into the trap I fell into. I listened to them. I probably should have done it more on my own page.
I'd like to have someone else read my book, like Jeremy Irons or something like that. I think it'd be funnier.
It's very lofty. I mean, that's a nice. Right, I asked. Nobody wanted to read mine. I asked for Branda. They're like, well, he's dead. I'd love to get somebody to read my book.
Do you ever read those books by like politicians? Like whenever somebody runs for president, they have to release a book for some reason. Yeah. Who the fuck reads that shit?
Yeah.
Even like let's say you like Obama. Why the fuck would you read that book?
Right.
And why does everybody running for office have to have their own like Mein Kampf?
Right. They're always They
all have to write their own. Like,
Hillary's book is like 800 pages.
Oh jeez. What the fuck?
Yeah, but it makes your table leg less wobbly. Book like that's useful.
Right. But it's never that you never get real great information. Like you're never going to read something on like oh my god, this is Bush's memoirs. Oh my god, look at this. He fucked 4 girls one time when he was. Yeah. It's never going to be that type of thing.
No, it's horse. It's like then I realized family is important. It's always some bullshit.
Right, and always co-written by some other person.
Yeah, they don't write it. They have another. Yeah.
I like Bill O'Reilly's strategy of book writing. Just like puts every other famous person, the killing of Jesus, the killing of Abraham Lincoln. Yeah. It's just like by himself, no one's buying it. But put Jesus in the cover. Glamour magazine would pick it up.
We got Jim Jeffries in the back too.
Yeah.
Hello, Jim. Just stop by to say hi.
Man, what's up, man?
Nice.
What's up, Jim? You know Greg Proops, Kurt Metzger, Nick Iglesias?
We haven't met, but
I think we like shared a shuttle here once.
Yeah, we did,
Yeah. How are you,
shuttle. Good to see you.
What's going on?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm tired, man. Just we're still in LA time. Plus, I got fucked up last night. You did? Like, you did that thing where you try to blame like jet lag. You're like, I'm on a different time zone. Yeah. No, I was drunk. And that's,
I thought you quit. Didn't you quit?
I quit drinking for. I gave up for about 1.5 years, and then I took it back up again when my son was born. So
that's usually when people quit.
Yeah, exactly. That's the opposite of how you should do it.
Yeah, but I didn't take it up in a big way. I sort of dipped my toe back into it, and then I realized that I couldn't get hungover while he was there because he wakes up and just starts poking you in the face. And I started thinking, all right, well, this is a good barometer that I can't get fucked up all the time.
Yeah, kids don't understand hangovers.
No.
That's why you probably should quit.
Who were you drinking with last night?
You know when you come to this festival, you go, I'm not going to drink, I'm just going to network, and I'm going to be really good, and I'm going to further my career, and all that type of stuff. And then you get someone who's like, I'm the head of HBO, and they're like vomiting in an alleyway. and you're like, if I don't drink with this person, I'm hurting my career, so I better get involved.
We have tequila here.
I'm not crazy.
They've been doing shots all morning. The crowd.
I don't want a shot. Thank you,
Greg. How about you? You drink?
I'll do a rail if you got one.
Yeah, that's a big. You get that benchmark where you go, well, I'm not doing drugs.
Yeah, right. And
then you get like
good.
When you give up alcohol, then you start drinking like full fat Coke, and you're like, well, this is good for me because I'm not. You're drinking a bowl full of sugar, and you're thinking you're a health expert.
Why do we all just look at each other right now?
There's some guilt rolling around the room.
We're all just being very courteous. Nobody wants to step on each other.
I'm still freaked out by what Nikki Glaser is telling us.
Yeah, I'm freaked out by the fact that Nikki's so comfortable with her legs twisted the way they were twisted.
Doesn't that hurt?
Yeah.
No, I do this all the time. Only women can do this.
Yeah.
I bet she
the
can do it.
The yoga lady could do it.
Yeah, the yoga lady could do it.
Yeah. Oh, no. Wow.
No, I can't do it. Yeah.
I can get close, but I can't do that.
Right.
Sorry, is this disturbing you?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I just noticed it. I'm not even saying I'm not trying to recognize it. Just looks
Can you hear how my jeans rub together, gently? As my legs curl
it's
and
kind
uncurl.
of hot in a cerebral palsy way.
Thank you.
How do you like fatherhood?
Great. Yeah, he's a good little fella. I like him. Yeah. I've actually you should
you're being sincere, but no one ever goes, you know what, I hate it, I'm going to stake him to a hill.
No, I took to it a lot better than I thought I would. Yeah, I love being a dad.
How old is he?
He's 17. I've just admitted it. No, he's 20 months. I'm still at the stage where I talk about it in months.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, and like people say, why do you do that? Talk about it in months? Because a month makes a fucking
That's
difference.
a huge difference.
You know, all of a sudden, like 1 month he couldn't speak, and now he can speak, and then he couldn't walk, and you know he walks, and you know, these little bits and pieces.
Yeah, that's good.
Children, Greg, or no? You have no kids, right?
No, thanks. No, I don't have any kids. But, you know, women are sneaky. There might be one out there somewhere.
Do you want them or no?
No, I never wanted kids.
Why?
Is it the inconvenience or?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I have my own autonomous life with my wife and shit like that.
That's cool.
I want
I'm
to
sick
do
of the tyranny and domination of breeders all over the goddamn world. I have to spread my faulty fucking genetic material against another generation of nearsighted fucking nasal voiced children that walk around their bitterness and pain on display in the gaping hole where fucking humanity should be, that they have to have the attention of strangers every 15 to 30 seconds in their approbation. That was the first reason.
I wanted to be a dad. I was excited when I knocked my girlfriend up.
Bobby Kelly too. Some guys just wanted. Opie wanted
Absolutely.
kids. It's, like, it's good if you want them.
Yeah, I really wanted them, but I do now. You know, it's one of those weird things. I don't know if I'll enjoy it as much when he's a teenager. I don't know if I want a teenager. If he was like this age for the rest of his life, I'd take care of him till I died. So, you know, a few more years.
I like the older stages. I like the later I have a 12-year-old, and it's so much more fascinating to me than that month stage when they're little and they just can't do anything.
Yeah.
Because now you sit in a diner with them, and you're like, so what do you think of boys? And she actually has an answer. You know what I mean? No, it's like interesting. They're like, actually, no, now there's this person. As long as you don't feel like you're totally responsible for them, it could be kind of fun.
Well, 12, she hasn't... it's about to get bad.
It's just starting.
Yeah. She's still cute and like looks at you like you're the only man in her life.
Why do you think that's going to change?
Yeah.
Well, I got
to get bad.
My nephew's like 14, and he's obviously an idiot because he's not super good at clearing the history on the computer.
Oh, really?
Like that's got to be like the thing that you learn from being a child these days, how to clear your history.
Yeah.
You know? That's how you keep relationships going. And he's like looking at loads of porn, and I started going through it, and I'm like, but I know what he's into.
Yeah, what is he into?
What's he into?
He likes
Uncles.
lots of cocks. He likes it if there's one girl and a lot of cocks is a big thing for him, which I'm also a bit for as well.
You're partial to that as well?
I'm a bit like that. But I believe, I'm 37. I believe that I'm the exact worst age in our society for fucking. The worst. Because the generations before this, so the swing 60s and the 70s was all about free love, and then the beginning of the 80s, and like, they had the pill, and people were like, we don't even have to wear condoms anymore. We can just fuck each other. And then I turned 16, and literally the day I turned 16, the news went, AIDS! Right? And they went, AIDS and Nirvana. So, like, everyone had AIDS, and the girls were wearing flannelette shirts up to the neck. And I'm like, just wandering around. And so if you wanted to fuck a chick, you tried to get one that was like 6 years older than you because they were a bit more experienced. Now my nephew's generation are all like, AIDS isn't that bad, and they're watching porn all day. And like, so all the girls are like, oh yeah, threesomes are like a normal thing. Don't worry, just don't leave it in me. And you fucking 18-year-old girl now, you're like, wow, they're teaching you shit. It didn't used to be like that. 18-year-old girls used to be super nervous and stuff. Because,
they got new moves?
They were disorientated. They didn't know where they were. Why were they tied up?
Right.
I'm starting to think I really liked when my daughter was like 20 months old.
So did a lot of guys. No,
She had her own YouTube channel where she just talk about her pacifier really slow.
Tom, are the boys coming around for her yet? Or
yeah.
At 12, huh?
Yeah, it's starting.
How does that feel? Not good, right?
Instinctually not good. I thought I was going to be cool with it. I thought, my father was a really strict Italian father, and he was really rough on my sisters. And, to the point where they didn't want to discuss anything, and they were scared to bring up. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be open-minded, and just let it happen. And there's like, no, this boy likes her. I'm like, oh, really? No, that's totally cool. And then I got her cell phone, and I scroll through, and I see some messages from him, and they're just like, hey, I really liked that movie. Did you? No, I thought it was lame. LOL. And I'm like, fuck this kid. He's going down.
But wouldn't you hate him more if he didn't like your daughter? Like, you wouldn't want that creep in your house, like a guy who didn't like her. Right. So there's only two options, right? The boys who like her and the fucking weirdos that don't.
Yeah.
That's all you got.
Yeah. No, and he's like, he seems like a nice kid, whatever. But I don't even want to go down that road of evaluating this person. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like, no, he's cool. It's okay, because I don't even want to let that in.
Why don't you just bring him out of the house and scare the shit out of him? That must be one of the joys of being the father of a daughter. Like,
yeah, it's it's hard being a comedian, because it's just like, you're not serious. It's like, you better be serious. You better take care of her. I've seen your specials. I don't really respect you.
Do you do?
You're gonna have that day where she comes over, Dad. This is Jerome. Oh no.
You were saying, Nikki.
Yeah. Do you? When's the sex talk? Is that your job or your wife's?
The sex talk is like at 8. Like,
really?
Yeah, it's like 7, 8 years old, and it's my wife's job. It's my wife's job.
How does
first goes a book, because we have we have a little one also, and she's going through it right now. Where my wife lays out the book. She's like, this is about like mating and stuff like that.
At 8,
and they just leave it.
That's crazy.
And so if you want to,
Is it a pop-up? That'd be the best.
right there.
Scratches.
They ask cute questions. Why is there a garden sprinkler? No.
Is there a scratch and sniff section?
Fair question.
What's the name of the book?
I don't know. I've never seen the book. I don't know the book. All I
You don't
know
want
is,
to know about
all
the
I
book?
know is I know exactly, because they leave it and there's no pressure for them to read it. She just leaves it, and I just know the day that they read it. I know, because they just come into the kitchen and look at me like, oh really? You're not just about fun and ice cream, huh?
The book is called It's Totally Normal. Like, that's what it is.
It sounds like something
It's
a pedophile wrote.
My friend.
Just relax.
Yeah.
It's cool.
They don't know what love is.
That sounded too real.
Don't tell nobody. It's our secret.
They'll be so mad at you.
I remember my much younger brother. I remember his first girlfriend he had in high school. There was this Polish girl, like a lot of brothers, and one of them took my brother aside. He goes, "Hey, Ryan, my sister's a virgin, and let's just say she better be that way on her wedding day." Like, he gave him like a talking to.
Jesus. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, what kind of weird Guido? What are you gonna check, dude? Why would you give a shit? I have like a friend that. When my sister was in college, I had a friend like her age that like made out with her years ago. He apologizes to me when I see him still. Like, I give a shit. Like, you think I guard the pussy of my house? Like,
that's like
I don't care.
Yeah, that's the arrogance of a man. Is like that you think that, and I really don't want to be
a certain kind of man. Let's call them Arabs and Guidos.
But they're because then you start evaluating what you did at that age and stuff, and you're just like, it's just going to happen. So it's just.
I didn't do anything, man. I was a church kid.
Were you really?
I was a Jehovah's Witness. I wasn't doing any of that stuff.
Oh, right.
When I watched those movies, like, we got to get laid this summer. Like, I was way over my head.
When did you do stuff?
Like, I was like 20, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
Really?
I was in college.
I was a 14-year-old exchange student in San Diego, and girls in Australia, like, for 2 months of my life, right, I came over here, and I couldn't get an Australian girl to even fucking look at me but Crocodile Dundee was in the cinema.
Yeah. That's right. That was the height.
Australia was like the thing. You were watching like Yahoo serious movies.
Wait, and who was the guy?
I fingered a girl in a week. I hadn't even kissed a girl. I went from not kissing anyone to kissing and fingering in a week.
Yeah.
God bless America.
Yes.
Yeah,
Did you ever send Paul Hogan a royalty check?
Listen, this is the weird thing about it's like when you're 14, you don't meet foreign people that are the same age as you. You meet like your parents' friends might be, but you never meet like a kid that's in your school. So, like, word got around. I remember, like, we were reading class. You know, when you go around the class and everyone had to read a bit, you know, we're doing, like, a Excalibur, and one of the girls was like, Miss, can we see if Jim can read for us, please? Like that, right? And I was like, and then Arthur pulls the sword from the stone. And girls were getting fucking wet. I'm telling you. And I was like, I never even had a girl look at me. I was too excited. That's why I wanted to move back here the whole time.
Paul Hogan helped me get laid from Crocodile. I used one of those lines. Now, this is a knife.
I wanted Paul Hogan to play my dad in Legit, and he's manager, and he takes care of him and Gary Oldman. That's his whole roster.
It's pretty
Paul
good.
Hogan. In the end, we got George Lazenby to play my dad, who was
my God, yeah, fuck.
who was James Bond for one movie.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a couple. Okay, so I first meet George.
Wait,
Lazenby.
you couldn't get Jocko from those Duracell commercials?
Well, George Lazenby voluntarily didn't he get himself pulled out of the Bond movies on purpose?
He was booked to do 7 Bond films, and he thought that it was too stuffy. He was coming into the 70s. He was basically the best looking man in the world in 1969. He was the #1 male model in the world, and Sean Connery was asking for too much money. So Lazenby just went. They just went, we'll just get the best looking cunt on earth. And then they went, all right. And they bring George in. George,
He had a kilt in that one, right?
I met George on the first day. I thought, he's like 76 or something. I thought I'd be respectful or whatever. But then I went, hey, George, you ever fuck a Bond girl? Right? And he goes, easier to tell you which ones I haven't fucked. And then he goes, they all come to the conventions. He hasn't fucked them in their prime. He's fucked them at a Comic-Con in a Motel 6.
Yes.
Oh, great.
So at one stage we're mates. So John Ratzenberg was Cliff Clavin from Cheers, played another one of the dads in the show, and then George Lazenby played. And so I'm sitting in between Cliff Clavin and James Bond, and they don't really get along. And John's making an effort to fucking. And by the way, we figured out girls you could fuck and girls you couldn't fuck on set. This was the rule, right? If the girl knew John from Cheers, then she was the right age. If she knew him as Hammy the Pig from Toy Story, too young. Anyway, so we're sitting there, and fucking John makes an effort. He goes, "Hey, George. You ever, where they filmed that James Bond movie you're in?" And then he goes, all over Europe, man. Yeah, I love Europe. Hey, my favorite bit of Europe's France. You like France there, George? And George goes, oh yeah, I love France. He goes, what's your favorite bit of France? And George goes, well, there's a place in Italy where you can fuck the prostitutes by the side of the road. That's his favourite bit of France. And it was like, the girls were all doing our hair, and they literally all stopped and went.
Wow. Does he regret not doing the Bond stuff or no?
Oh, yeah, it haunts him to this day.
Good.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Well, he showed up at the red carpet for His Majesty's Secret Service, and he'd by the time they were ready to do the red carpet, he'd grown a beard and long hair and started to look like a fucking hippie.
Right.
And they were like, you got to go home. Our James Bond doesn't look like this. And he's like, fuck you, you can't control me. I'm a movie star. And that was the last movie.
Worked out for him.
He was a pallbearer at fucking Bruce Lee's funeral, because the only movies he sort of did after that was he'd play like the white sort of ninja villain who'd come in with a big tash in the 70s and that sort of stuff. Yeah, he was James Coburn, I think. Steve McQueen and George Lazenby were the pallbearers, yeah.
Wow.
Why didn't Paul Hogan play your father?
That's a good question.
Why
What the hell is he
Paul
doing?
Hogan done anything?
That's what. He's just. What
Why
was his
didn't- and
answer?
what was Gary Oldman
He just
doing?
got divorced from Linda Kozlowski, and he'd hit the sauce a bit or something. These are the rumors that I'm spreading.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, could have gotten Gary Oldman. He's a good actor.
Yeah,
We
not
love
unless
Gary Oldman.
just make sure there's no Jews on the production.
What exactly did he say? What was the thing that he said?
He was trying to defend and
Mel
rail
Gibson.
against political correctness and Mel Gibson. Not necessarily what he said, but he was trying to defend this idea of people attacking you for giving opinions. And a lot of actors aren't used to giving those statements.
Yeah.
They used to read, so they trip. And he just tripped, even though his, I think, sentiment was sincere.
Yeah.
He just tripped when he said it.
And then winked a lot.
Wait, where did he do that?
No, he was in a Playboy interview.
GQ, I think.
Yeah.
What do you say
Playboy?
exactly
Playboy.
about the Jews?
How they run Hollywood. But he wasn't saying it like...
Don't?
No, but he wasn't saying fuck them. He was just trying to say, well, they do run Hollywood, so if they do, why is it? And
Who
they
do
were,
you want to run Hollywood besides Jews?
yeah, it's a
The
good.
swamp people, the Jews do it. They're the best at it.
Well, I agree with
guy's
Kurt
doing a
Metzger,
good
who
job
said
as
that.
well.
Kurt Metzger is absolutely right. No, but you know what?
I don't call them the Jews. That's like the indicator.
Yeah.
Of
No,
something.
That is true.
The. If you just say Jews, it's fine.
That sounds like a popular band, the
The
Jews.
Jews.
Yeah, I don't think he meant it to be anti-Semitic. But whatever, we're going to take a quick break.
Yeah, we
Ron
gotta take
White's
a break.
coming, so everyone's hanging out. We're staying, right?
can hang.
Greg, you hanging?
Yeah, sure. Why
Kurt,
not?
Nikki,
We're here
right?
at a festival.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
it's Jim
cool.
Jeffries, Greg Proops, Kurt Metzger, and Nikki Glaser. We'll be back with Ron White.
More Opie with Jim Norton. More Opie with Jim Norton. Live from Just for Laughs Montreal. Coming up next. Live from Just for Laughs Montreal. This is Opie with Jim Norton.
Now we're getting to the bottom of that. Are we on?
We're back.
Nikki Glaser is still trying to explain that AMSR or something like that.
ASMR.
ASMR. And now we're learning that your mom was not that loving or something?
Yeah, like I never noticed it until, older. I got older, but
What made you notice it? Like you saw two people hugging and you said, what are they doing?
yeah, it was kind of. I feel it a lot when I see girls walking down the street and they're like holding hands with their mom. It gives me anxiety. The thought of holding my mom's hand. I just can't even. I can't even imagine doing that.
Did she used to beat the shit out of you? Or?
No, she just. It was
cold.
never.
That was very smooth and therapeutic of you.
Let's get right into this.
Can you feel me punching you gently?
Hot irons on your hands. What was it?
Feel the fist in the breadbasket.
It was just. My dad was very. He was more that role for me, but my mom was never. When you were just saying about being hung, my mom was hungover a lot as a kid. And I think she just was too busy, and she was a very functioning hungover person. She'd chug a Diet Coke and then be ready to go, but she wasn't helping me with my homework and rubbing my back. That would have made me feel so. Thinking about that, it stresses me out. I can't imagine.
All right.
Where's the rest of our people?
I don't know.
I know Ron White is here.
Let's get Ron
Let's
White
bring
on.
Ron White out. I'm happy that
Ron White! Here comes Ron. And Greg Proof's still with us. Thank you, Greg.
Greg is here.
Thank you.
Metzger went out for a cigarette.
Yes.
But he has one of those
With Jeffrey.
electronic cigarettes.
Kurt is.
I know.
It's not enough.
Here's why I love Ron White. You're coming onto the show with a bleeding left leg. What happened to you?
Wow.
Do you know what happened to you?
I took a little tumble earlier. It happened.
Why is your leg
All right.
bleeding? What's the poison this morning, Ron?
Are your toenails painted?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're black.
they are.
Black toenail
Yeah.
polish.
I do it for publicity. Now, I usually have shoes on, so it doesn't work, but but I do because people talk about that. You'll go home and tell people he has painted toes, but if I didn't have painted toes, you wouldn't say that, and you wouldn't bring my name up. But I wear them at the
amazing.
golf course sometimes where I live, and I'll wear these kind of shoes, and people will go, "Oh, he's painting his toenails now." And then I'll not paint them one time, and I'll wear them, and he does not paint his toenails, and now they're fighting about it.
Is there anything an odd question? But is there anything like cross dressing with that? I'm not even fucking with you.
About my leg?
No, like the toenail polish. Is that anything kind of sexual or no?
Well, my wife thinks it's sexy, and it's hard enough to make her come because it's a fat, sweaty guy laying on top of her. So anything I can do to help, I'm in.
You want some tequila? We're offering all our guests tequila today.
Oh, are you? Yeah, sure.
Shot of tequila for Ron White, please.
You look thinner, man. I was telling you backstage. You look really good.
Yeah.
I thought you were hitting on me. You were just really thinking I looked good?
No. When I asked about the feet, that was hitting on you.
Yeah, I've lost some weight. I've made some horrible sacrifices that definitely weren't worth it. And, but, you know, I do feel a little bit better.
How much you lose?
I lost 4 pounds. I don't know. I used to weigh about 250. I weigh about 225, so that's 25.
Oh, that's good.
That's fine.
Feel better.
And there's the tequila.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Holy shit. That's
Yeah. Is this early for you to start drinking?
What time is it?
about 9:15.
That's about right.
That's about right.
That's how you know someone drinks when you're on a morning radio show and you ask that, they go, well, technically, what time is it?
Yeah, I remember people always asking, no, is he really drink on stage or is that just an act? And then you and I met and you gave me a bottle of your scotch. I'm like, no, I think it's the real deal.
Yeah, there were a lot of rumors that I quit drinking, and so I was at this bar in somewhere in Montana called the Sit and Sip or something like that, and they have an aquarium behind the bar, and they have mermaids in it, and literally, so people go up there and stick dollar bills on the tank, and the mermaids get the dollars later. And so there's footage on YouTube of me diving in that tank with a full suit, cigar, just in case people thought I quit drinking. Here's a little proof for you right here. Let's get that on the YouTube.
That's the sign you drink a lot, too, when there are rumors about you quit drinking. Like, you know, people are talking like I stopped. And
it makes you angry.
And you have your own scotch, for real?
No, I have my own tequila.
Tequila.
Yeah, you know Alex Raimundo. He's my brother-in-law. He's a comedian. He and I own a company called Number One.
Nice.
That's the name of it, and it's the finest sipping tequila you'll ever taste. And I wish I would have brought it. I didn't know we were throwing down this morning.
Wow. Yeah.
Where
and
do you sell
cigars? You had your own cigars, didn't you?
I do have cigars.
Yeah.
But you know, Davidoff makes them for me, but they don't sell them. They just have my name on them, and they give them to me.
Right.
And that's a good deal.
Get your own tequila? Fuck.
Yeah.
That's
comics just have T-shirts.
Yeah, exactly. I sell my CDs at the end of the show.
We got to step up our game.
Do you sell it at gigs or no?
No, we're only licensed to sell it in 4 states right now. So it's a fledgling company. Alex is from Mexico, and that's always been his dream. And he's the one that found a distillery that needed a presence in the U.S. that had this great juice that we were tasting for years. And so he made it happen. So I waded in once it started working.
What's the process? Because like Dan Aykroyd has a vodka. So like, what's the process to get something where you can sell it everywhere?
I didn't do any of the actual work, so I really don't know what he had to do, but I heard it was very, very difficult and very, very trying. In Mexico, well, I don't know. I don't know what it's tough. It's tough.
A lot of forms.
Yeah, forms and stuff. I'm sure people are filling them out, and mailing them in, and getting them back, and making changes, and I don't know.
So what are you doing while you're here?
Here in Montreal, smoking the local, and having a good time. I did set last night at Club Soda, blast, and I like to come back and support the festival. They did a lot for me early in my career, and it's fun to come back and do short sets. It was kind of weird to go out and do a short set because now I do an hour and 20 minutes every time I walk on stage. To go up and do 10 minutes is a kind of a weird thing. You kind of have to learn how to take off and land real quick instead of just lumber into it, which is what I like to do.
You're legendary too, though, because Ron made so much money, and it was like you would still do comedy clubs and have a tour bus outside. Like you were like legendary. Like fucking when he took off, he never slowed down with his lifestyle.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I just honored all my dates. Even when the Blue Collar came out and. That first Blue Collar album sold 4 million copies, and there were probably at least 40 million people watching it, and so it just made me famous. I did stand up 16 years; nobody gave a fuck, and all of a sudden, it was a big deal. It caught, and I never really saw it coming. I really didn't. I saw it happen to Jeff Foxworthy, standing right next to me. He blew up, and I still never thought it would happen to me.
Yeah.
And I was just as shocked as I could be when it did. And but I had a bunch of comedy club dates on the books, and so I would do a theater one day for 3,000 people, and the next week I'd be in a comedy club for 9 shows. And
wow!
But that's where I learned how to do this. So I still go do it every once in a while.
Yeah.
How about you, Jim? Are you still doing theaters? You been on the road or no?
Yeah, I'm doing theaters, yeah, but I haven't honored any of my club dates. And it still hasn't blown up for me. Yeah, I'm doing the Symphonique or whatever. How do you say symphony in
hold on,
French?
let me. It's
Give it a try.
Theater Maison Yves.
Yeah,
That's tomorrow, July the 25th. Maison Symphonique.
I got a theory on like I got a theory on the French that I don't think. Whenever they speak, it sounds like they've just learnt French. You know what I mean? Like they go, je vais what the fuck is that extended bit? I never go, I haven't honoured my theatre day.
And Ron tomorrow will be at the same place.
I don't know if it's the same place.
It is. Maison Symphony
no idea.
Theater Maison. What does that mean? Can somebody read this? Can somebody who speaks French?
Who knows French here?
I think it just means the symphony.
You do? Well, what? Okay, well, I guess. Can someone hand this to him?
Who speaks fake Canada French here?
He doesn't look like he speaks French. Where's his necklace of garlic?
Here, speak some French for us.
So Ron's going to be at Place des Arts Théâtre Maisonneuve tomorrow, and in Salle Wilfrid Pelletier also tomorrow. So 2 different rooms tomorrow.
Sounds like bullshit to me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sounds like real.
I like the fact
I'll talk to some people. That doesn't sound right.
I'll be at the
we just
That means I'm going to be doing 20 minutes. That's bullshit.
And where's Jim going to be?
Jim's going to be at the Maison Symphonique de Montréal and Théâtre Maisonneuve.
Is that the same place, both of them?
Yeah, I think they're both over in Place des Arts across the street.
They are, but different theaters in that place.
Oh, okay.
5, 6 theaters.
See, I didn't know that. We went over to see Rickles last night, and I was lost walking. I didn't realize it was like a mall area that you can kind of get lost in. I thought that was one theater.
That was the Rickles show.
Tom saw the whole thing. I just saw the end of it. It was just good to see him on stage talking. 88 years old.
88.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah.
How much did we not offer there?
Yeah, that's not
We
a
both
good
just-
review at all. Like, well, he's 88.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't see the whole
Does
thing.
he stand up or does he sit
No,
down?
he's in
sits
a.
he sits down now.
He's in a wheelchair, and
Oh, that's nice.
His leg is kind of fucked up. I was waiting. I'm one of the opening acts, so my dressing room is next to his, and I'm waiting to see him. It's the whole reason I came up here is to see him. And then he comes out, and he's like literally like holding the walls, and they bring out his wheelchair, and the guy flipped the foot thing into his leg. He's like, "Fuck!" And he's sitting down, and it's just like a
But it was
heat.
just good to see him in
But it was
pain.
still great. It was like still taking pictures with him. And then his show is good, though. I mean, his mind is still...
Yeah.
He gets on stage and he literally sheds like 30 years.
Well, how old do you get when people start complimenting you on your mind?
When your body's shot.
I think it's awesome to play to that age. I hope I'm playing when I'm just a head in a dish. Just wave the
Such a
mic.
vibrant mind.
I can no longer walk, but I am still hilarious. Here is another concept I will impart to you.
I saw him on Letterman not too long ago, and he had a great line about, I want to do Fallon, but I don't play ping pong. And I felt
I saw him in like 1974. My dad took me to see him at the Circle Star Theater in San Carlos. Hilarious. And then I did a Comedy Central spot with him, like an ad. So I spent the whole day with him asking him stupid questions so he'd nail me. At the end, we go back to the dressing room. He's in his 70s then, and he's just in a t-shirt, right? And he has a black valet, right? Like Sinatra with the baseball cap, who's his age. But they've been married for like 100 years, you know? And I go, because I want him to insult me, Don, is this your valet? He goes, no, he's here to sing spirituals.
Yeah, that's all you do is just keep giving him straight lines and hope he slams
the
you.
whole day, yeah.
I'm like, we should hang out more. He's like, don't push it. Yeah, but he was really cool. And we're going to do it again on Friday if you want to come by and
Nice,
see him
yeah. Nice.
at like 7. It's good to see. Have you ever seen him, Ron?
No, I never have. I mean, I was a fan my whole life.
Yeah.
You know, but I never had a chance. Maybe I can come out Friday. How many shows am I doing Friday?
According to the French guy, one.
The best part was him editorializing on your schedule. He's like, well, he's doing 2 in one night. That doesn't really seem right. Like, let's see what you're doing Friday. I don't know. There's too many fucking papers around.
I think that was Friday, that you were talking about. That was Friday, so I don't guess I can. But
well, you probably do. He's probably working on the same.
He'll probably be at the Hyatt bar getting smashed.
Does he still drink?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he was drinking vodka in the backstage.
Good. I always love I love an old person who's drunk and smoking. You know, I got a friend who's like 400 pounds, and I went to his 50th birthday, and I go, good, that's an achievable goal now. You know, I can reach that.
You can make that
not
now.
Dead, you know, I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah, but then you'll be standing around, like, you know, looking at his casket going, it seems like only yesterday he was 50. Like, well, it was. That starts to get scary when guys in our age start dropping dead naturally. That's the fucking frightening.
What's really frightening is when that happens and everyone's like not surprised. You know, it used to be like if your friend died, it'd be like, oh, he was so young. Now it's like, yeah, he should be dead now.
Fully expecting it, right?
Or when people ask you how old you are and you tell them, like, I'm 46 now, and like they're not shocked. Like, you kind of like, you know, you want them to go, like, really? You look like... I had someone tell me recently, and I wanted to strangle her with a fucking cord. She goes, you don't look any older than 38. I'm like, oh, fucking die. It's not a compliment. It's humiliating.
That's why I tell people I'm 73. They're like, you look terrific.
But don't you find, like, with losing my hair, I started, every year my haircut becomes more plausible. Right? Like, because I lost a lot of the hair, like, in my late 20s, and now my early 30s, I'm losing a little bit more.
Where are you losing it?
I can't see it
No,
either.
it started growing back.
It's really arrogant.
It started growing back.
You take shit, you take stuff.
I'm on Propecia.
No,
I
think it might work.
My sex drive went to shit, but
you got a full
it's
head of
that
hair
weird
again.
thing that your sex drive goes to shit, but you're better looking. So more people want to fuck you, but you want to fuck them.
What's it do to your sex drive?
It lowers it, but I got a kid now. That would have happened anyway. You know, it just lowers it. Some people have erectile problems with it. I don't have that issue with it, but
I hear it can be permanent. Like, you can get off it and it will still.
Well, it's a prostate
you need
drug.
to take it every day. It just blocks the chemical that makes your hair fall out.
Is that all it
But
does?
like the impotence can be permanent.
Oh yeah, that can fuck you. Yeah,
Yeah, watch it.
which is ironic term.
Yeah. That can try hard to fuck you and then apologize. Who hasn't been through that explanation? Well, I took Dramamine because I flew. You know what I mean? You ever have a guy lose an erection with you? I'm talking to Kurt.
Never one time.
Only one time.
No, sir.
No, I don't think so, actually.
Wow, that's a lot of pressure.
When you say lose, you mean had one and then it went away, or just never had one?
Or like couldn't finish?
No.
I couldn't finish. Fuck, I can't finish by myself sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the thing, is like women sometimes are like, oh, you couldn't finish, and then if you come too quick, you come too quick. Like, I'm sorry, there's this sweet spot for you that you're happy with, but I can't do everything. Either I come too quick or I don't come at all. But premature ejaculation, what's the fucking deal?
I love that.
Yeah, come too
You
quick,
do?
then what do you do?
Oh, I
do it
take
again.
Too long.
Because, yeah, when it takes too long, it's just like, when it happens too fast, you almost feel like, oh, I'm so hot, like he couldn't help it. It's like flattering.
Yeah.
What is it like when he just can't come and he's just like, come on, look the other way. Look.
Stop talking.
It sucks when you can't blow a load. It's fucking awful.
Oh, it's the worst. It's like when you're on coke or something and you're masturbating and your cock's all beaten up and fucking chafed.
Yeah.
You're just laying there in a puddle of your own sweat, and the fucking sheet looks like the Shroud of Turin.
I've been there, dude. What's the worst thing you jerked off to on coke? Because it's a pretty depraved
child.
I didn't see that coming.
He said two, not on.
You get it. You get a little darker with the porn when you.
Yeah,
when you're on coke.
I fucking sought out because I was so coked up. It was like a horse porn, but not like by accident. How you can easily see that. Like I premeditated. Like I want to see a human woman and a horse right now.
What happened? You were doing lines and Seabiscuit was on, and you're like,
Those Brazilian ones where the chicks are way too hot to
What
be a
is it
fucking
like?
horse.
Imagine how embarrassed everyone else at the Kentucky Derby was.
Whenever the horse porn happens, though, that wad of cum that falls out after the horse comes is like that's ruined it for me.
I've never made it that far in the movie. I come as soon as she blows him, and I stop.
Before that, it wasn't gross, and now I'm like,
That's ruined my scrambled eggs. Is what that's ruined.
that Asian girl has ruined her reputation.
Is she just blowing the horse, or because that could kill you?
There's one where a guy just has it in the ass, and he died.
Mr. Hands.
Right, Mr. Hands.
Yes,
Yeah.
Kenneth
He dies
Kenyon.
later, and that's when I came.
That's an urban legend that you came.
That's a good question. The creepiest thing you've ever jerked off to? Any Ron comment? I'm curious.
You know what? I come on command almost. It doesn't take anything. In fact, back in the day, one time I was staying in this hotel in Sausalito or Sacramento. And it was an old school thing where you swiped your card on the phone. There was a phone there to rent movies. And I rented this porno movie, and then I turn it on, and it's not on. It says enjoy your movie, but it's not on. And I'm like, God damn it! And I can't wait. I can't waste $7 at this point in my life. And so I called down there and I said, hey, I rented a movie and then and nothing happened. And they said, well, we'll send a maintenance person down there. So knock. And it's a chick. And she goes, oh, what movie did you rent? And I was like, Castaway. And then she goes, oh, it's just on the wrong channel. Click. I'm like, I don't even know how I got that rating. Jesus, I'm offended. Awful. Is that Tom Hanks? Jesus.
Yeah, Tom Hanks didn't seem that alone, did he?
Yeah. All kind of people on this rock.
He's fucking Wilson in the ass.
Good Man Friday.
Oh, that's Greg.
What about you? What's your creepiest? You're going to top everyone. So
no, not really. I mean, I think once you go child, it's really hard to kind of go.
I never. That was a joke.
I know.
By the way, I'd like to confirm that was a joke.
Yeah, no, I actually like this cuckolding stuff. I'm not as crazy as you think. Like I like the idea of a regular guy just filming his wife fucking somebody else. Like the guy's holding the camera.
Yeah, I'm into that as well. I'm into that as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there's
you
something
watch?
hot about.
But I don't like when the husband then comes in and like
No. He's done something wrong. He shouldn't be allowed to do that.
That's right.
The scenario. I like it when it's like you. Like I also like I always stage where like a guy's tied in a chair and then like 10 black guys come and fuck some chick and.
You do like that, or you don't?
I do like that. Yeah,
Big fan of that art.
I like that deal where the cab driver fucks those girls in the back seat on YouPorn. You ever watch that?
No, that was Ben Bailey's show.
Yeah.
That was Cash Cab.
Yeah.
That was a rape report on the news.
No, I never heard that. I never saw that.
You don't watch YouPorn? You don't?
I do, but I like that's a fetish I never.
It's Bang Bus, right?
Bang Bus.
No,
it's called.
I like the casting couch stuff as well.
That's my favorite.
I like a bit of backstage.
Right.
If I can't see the fear in the girl's eyes, then I don't.
It's real.
Right.
It's not real.
It's gotta be. They can't
there are
act
a
that
lot
good.
that aren't real, but yeah, exactly. They can't act that.
Oh yeah, you can tell if it's real or not.
You definitely can.
Yeah.
And there are some girls where you just see them. It's so fascinating to me that a girl walks in thinking she's not going to do anything. This is just an interview, and then they talk her into like maybe taking off her shirt, and she's like, okay, I'm okay with this. And you see it like she's like, I can do this. And 20 minutes later, she's getting fucked in the ass, and it's just they
It's fucking
slowly
great, is what it is.
great. It really is, because it's so calculated how he gets her to that point. Like each thing, he's like, well, you know, they're gonna need to see that you can do this, and she's not getting paid any. And would you be interested in making $5,000 a day? And she's like, yeah, that seems good. You can just see it in her eyes, like, oh my god, yes. And nothing.
Like, do you like sex? It's like, sure, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them don't even masturbate. Like sometimes they're not even really that into sex, and then they just end up. They just want to be famous, and it's just so sad and heartbreaking.
I'm telling you,
it's
it's
so
not
great.
real.
Well, this is great.
It's real. Kurt. A lot are not, but there are some that you. Can't, these
What's
girls
the
are
real
not.
one? Tell me the real one.
I love it. I
The
love
guy,
it.
the
Casting couch is not real.
You're
the guy's face.
Kurt, why are you ruining your thing?
It is real.
No, it totally is real.
Kurt, it's
Casting
real.
couch is
casting couch is real.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah,
Yes.
backroom casting couch is what it's
Backroom
called.
casting.
That one's real. None of
Now,
the
what
other
about
ones are,
Ford Hammer? Was that real?
I just find it weird that in America, so prostitution's illegal, but pornography is legal. So basically, prostitution's legal as long as you make Dave's in the corner with a camera.
Right.
Like that's
Yeah, as long as
what
people
is
are
the-
both people are getting paid and there's a camera going, then it's legal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've said the same thing, being let out in cuffs many times. Like, you know, how come if there was a camera here?
I thought it was in a movie.
How about you, Greg? I mean, you don't really talk a lot about that in your act, but is there a porn thing for you or no?
Well, I love seeing people degraded, so it's awesome. No, I mean, I watch porn like everybody else. I don't have a particular predilection. The whole animal thing leaves me a little dry. I prefer attractive people. That's my problem with porn. When the dude walks in and he looks like Ron Jeremy, I'm like, well, there goes the night, you know?
Yeah.
I don't exactly celebrate, you know, I don't want to see someone uglier than me.
Oh, I like to see ugly men and good-looking women because that gives us aspirations.
Also, I don't like all the hitting and slapping and, you know, hey, you fucking... That's like, I
I don't like them
that.
talking. That's why I don't like professional porn stars. They make those stupid fake noises.
Yeah.
Like the cuckold amateur. That's the good.
I love a good when you can see a husband like in a fucking mirror holding a camera like jerking his own dick. You're like, oh, this fucking rules.
Is that
I got to get out of here.
is that something you would enjoy in your real life, to see a guy fuck your girlfriend? Or
I have seen that. What do you
oh
mean,
right, like but so
I said all that shit.
you've just watched it?
Not in person necessarily. Well,
Okay.
with one ex, I fucked with a buddy, and then with my girl, she fucked a guy and gave me pictures of it.
What is that?
Gave you pictures of okay.
Hot. That's what that is.
No, I don't get that.
While you were still with
I
him.
don't get that having another
She
guy.
must be
I
like-
wouldn't mind, but my girlfriend has emotions. And then-
Yeah.
Who suggested that? You or her?
What? That she came up with? I could bang other people. That was her idea.
No, she
Yeah.
said, I want to bang other people.
Does she want you?
She has, yeah. But she.
Does
when
she
I met
want to
my
know
girl,
details?
Yeah.
Did you get jealous?
Yeah. Well, that's part of it. That's why they do that shit.
But
Yeah.
you enjoyed the jealousy?
Yeah.
How did
you
the
get
New York
jealous and
Mets
your
feel?
dick gets on it. Yeah.
And you embrace the jealousy? Like you like that's enjoyable?
I've been like mean to her about it. like
Really?
act like I was
Wow.
gonna be cool, and then because you could get more jealous than you think.
That
Yeah.
must, if
But,
you get more jealous, that must be really exciting. Here's some
is.
other bad emotions you might enjoy. Sad.
Yeah, whatever. I'll try it.
Angry.
Yeah.
What about shame? That's always fun.
Yeah. Nothing makes me
all
come
that.
like betrayal.
How do you
I did a pile of regret on my stomach this morning.
how do you let go of the
All
jealousy though?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you
How do you let
unsee
go
it?
of that eventually?
I outscore her by. My girl was a virgin when I first met her. Like she had never been with anybody. So like, yeah, I was like, she doesn't have to just be with me or.
Does she get jealous of
She can, but she's mostly. I mean, she's pretty cool about it. I've definitely fucked more other people than she has by a lot. Like
But
a lot of margin.
how do
Wow.
you get rid of the? That's a fair question. Like eventually you
Just
got
bang
to
her?
get.
What do you mean?
Oh, and then
I
you
just
just
make
bang
it
her, and
do
then the
whatever.
jealousy all goes away.
Yeah, it's a fucking.
Do you talk about while you're having sex?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Being taunted a little bit.
Yeah.
Was he better? Well, you know. Fuck.
Bigger?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah! Well, Kurt's got a mass. He's got a bigger cock than anybody in this room, so that kind of kills that.
She needs like a smaller. Yeah, so she needs like a smaller dick guy so she can like enjoy it. So it's not hurting her.
Do you have a big cock just when it's flaccid as well? I
don't
have
know.
a reasonable size erection, but a terrible flaccid cock.
What's a good flaccid cock? Like if it comes past the balls, is that good? It's just hanging.
Well, if it doesn't come past the balls, you're probably in diapers.
My cock looks like it's stone sitting in a beanbag.
Yeah, that's like. Yeah, well, it's like a lot of shaft, but like on mine, but like the helmet's too small. I don't know.
Ew, is it really?
So yours
Yeah,
like
like
shaped
my,
like
like
an
my
A?
dick was late and picked up the wrong helmet at the last. It's weird.
Oh no, it's like you fucking. It's like Laurel and Hardy cock.
Yeah, it's like a tube of toothpaste.
So it's like a wedge.
Yeah.
Wow, we're really getting.
Wow,
to the
no
bottom
wonder
of
she
things.
wanted to fuck other guys.
So, Greg, where are you appearing?
On Vendredi, I will be in. Tonight I'm at the Wiggle Room on Saint Laurent, which is usually a burlesque room. It's cool. They have cocktails, and then I'm going to do my gala tomorrow night, I think, and then I got the podcast here at 3:15 on Saturday.
Nice. Okay, and it's called what? The Smartest Man in the World.
Smartest Man in the World. Yeah, it's a joke.
We do it once a week.
Do what?
Do you do it once a week?
I do it once a week. Yeah, you got to put them out all the time, otherwise people get bored and run away.
Everyone's got a podcast now. What do you normally talk about? Like just.
Whatever's going on, and I spiel for like the first hour, and then the second part's the boring, preachy part where we do politics, and then I take questions at the end. So it's usually my predilections, which is the same thing: weed and funk music and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And Ron, you got your shows tonight, and I guess what RonWhite.com. Let's get everybody's plugs out. Greg Proops on Twitter, GregProops.com.
Right.
And Ron, how about yourself?
Where tonight?
Your Twitter.
Oh, Twitter, Ron_White.
And then same website, RonWhite.com?
No, tatersalad.com.
Tatersalad.com.
Yeah, somebody else had RonWhite.com, and they wouldn't sell it to
They
me.
still won't give it to you.
No, but it doesn't matter.
Tater salad. Is it good to be? Because Larry, I wonder if Larry is tortured by having that. Larry, is it hard to have like the hook being kind of tied to you?
No, it actually is good. I mean, I kind of fought it at one time because, and then I'm like, what the fuck for? You know, the people got to remember something.
Yeah.
You know, because they see a lot of stuff, and so you know, if they that's kind of, you know. It was just a story that I did, and and then, you know, the record company wanted to name the album that, so then it really kind of caught on. But but I wouldn't say it at all. I wouldn't let people say it. Don't call me Tater Salad. And then I was like, fuck it, who cares what they call me?
What did you want to call the album before they named it?
I don't remember what it was, and I can't think of anything funny. So,
because I wanted to call my book something. I wound up calling it Happy Endings, and that was Simon Schuster. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to call it The Tales of a Meaty-Breasted Zilch, and they're like, nobody is going to understand what that means. A few of your fans might, but you got to put something a little bit simpler.
Right.
what does it mean?
It was just the tales of, and the meaty-breasted zilch was a self-description. It was.
I just looked up Ron White on Twitter. The other guy, he's an asshole.
A little bit. Yeah.
It says, if you think I'm a stand-up, you might just be a redneck. He's from San Antonio. He will not give this up.
Yeah,
what a dick.
And he doesn't use it for anything. He's just a guy with a website.
Right.
And,
There's nothing going on with this Twitter.
Right.
I think he wants more money.
You know what? We tried to do it a long time ago, but now it doesn't matter. Because if you Google Ron White, you're going to get to me anyway.
Sure. Yeah.
Way before you get to him, and you'll figure out which one's not him, or not me. So it's easy.
And how did they get the tequila, too?
TatersTequila.com, and we'll mail it to your house. And we make an extra añejo, a reposado, and a silver. But literally, we can send it anywhere. Oh no, we can't either. We can't send it here. Never mind, Canada.
And what about Jim Jeffries? What do you got going on, Jim?
Fucking, my show got cancelled. And,
why did they cancel that? It was a funny show.
Yeah, it did all
doing
right.
well.
The critics liked it, and people who watched it liked it. It was on FXX, which wasn't really a channel at the time. It was a converted.
Well, they moved it from FX to FX.
And
Yeah,
why is that off? But that fucking the one with Frodo and the Australian guy in the dog suit is still on.
Well, this is the weird thing. I'd like to say I'm not Wilfred. Every day, people fucking write to me like, I fucking love Wilfred, man. And I'm like,
Who the fuck would love that?
I'm like, great. It's like they think there's one Australian kicking about Hollywood. And
That was it.
A talking dog. David Berkowitz loves that show. Thank you.
So, yes.
Thank you very much.
So at the moment, well, I'm just doing this show here, and I'm on tour at the moment. I'm about to actually do a tour of Canada. So
Any way to bring back the show?
No. Well, I would like to. We tried to. We almost sold it to IFC, and then it sort of fell out at the end. I wouldn't mind making like a movie to wrap up all the things, because the end of season 2 ended a bit fucking like dark. I'd like to have some resolution on it. But I look at it this way, right? It's still I made twice as many episodes as Fawlty Towers, so I kicked that show's ass. The British Office, I fucking killed that. So this is a popular show.
So when they moved you to FXX, did you feel like, 'cause that killed Kamau Bell too? Did you think that was like a death knell?
I thought it was going to end us when we got moved, but then I was doing these fucking interviews where I was towing the company line, where I was like so excited to be moving to FXX. Just
Were you
really
excited?
great to be on the ground floor of something new and exciting. And the thing was, the people at FX, they didn't know what fucking FXX was either. This is how I got FXX described to me. I go, what's the difference? And they said, okay, well, FX is engineered for men aged 18 to 39. FXX is for men aged 18 to 34.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
And I'm there going, well, that means I can't watch it. Yeah, so...
You got fucked.
It was a bit... Yeah, I got fucked.
I think you got fucked.
FXX is hard to say and remember, and they didn't promote the idea that it was... I found out because I was scheduled to do Kamau Bell's show, and then we had the same publicist. She said, well, Kamau's now on this show. I'm like, what is it? I never even heard of it.
Yeah.
How do you know how big his dick is?
Well...
Funny story.
That's a great question.
The bigger question, Ron, is how don't you?
I was going to get that out of my head.
No, you know what it was? Kurt showed a picture of it was a blowjob video, and he showed it, and so we saw it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what it was. I thought it was actually a Yul Brynner play, and he goes, "No, that's my cock." I had much higher hopes for that. Could I have mentioned the word topical bald guy? The guy died of cancer in 1988, and I'm fucking.
Kurt, what do you got going on, Kurt?
I got my show 10:30 tonight at Catacombs.
Nice.
I think I have a Nasty show too.
Cool.
That's a good venue, the Catacombs. I did
Yeah, I
that
love
one.
that
It's
room.
good.
Right.
And then my
Is the
hour-
Nasty Show at Club Soda tonight?
I don't think so, but I can't remember where it's at.
And your
Did they
part...
move
on
the
the
Nasty
schedule.
Show into this week? Because they used to do it during the French week or something.
I was doing it during the French week, and then
Are they-
we have some more. There's like a televised one this week coming up.
And you're part of Jim Norton's Vice show, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, when I
Which is
worked
doing
on
very
Jim's
well.
Vice show.
Yeah, and Kurt's brilliant, man. The writing was so funny. You're like the only person whose opinion I truly trusted 100%.
They could only afford one writer, too. So.
Yeah, but you were great.
did a great
thank
job,
you,
buddy.
And the Tyson episode, the interview with Mike Tyson and Dana White, the second half premieres today at some
Should
point.
be up by now, I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
it might be online now, but if not, in a few hours. And so
When does the
thank you.
Gilbert sketch come on? That's is that the second episode?
That's no, that's
the one to tell.
I think that's a couple in. I'm not sure what the order is. I think the second one we're showing is Rick Ross. I'm not sure yet. That comes out next week, but whatever. I appreciate all your help on it. You were fucking brilliant.
Oh, thank you.
And your cock is great.
Yeah, you have a
Someone's
great
getting an extra special cock picture.
yes, great
I'm gonna
cock.
send you a nice
Coming
one where
your
I'm like
way.
squeezing the bottom real hard.
That would creep, and just what the head look normal size. That would creep me out.
I just inflate.
When you send girls cock pictures, right? You know,
Very few girls want.
well,
cock
in the
pictures.
years that
Yes.
I've sent cock pictures, I don't take it on the moment. I have a portfolio in my phone.
Of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Ready to go, where you good lighting and something like a cherry tomato in there, so it looks like right. But yeah, I have I have one that I call Sleepy, and Sleepy is like sort of semi-erect, like sort of bent over with a drop of cum on his head.
Drooling.
And it's sort of like that's it. Like after that's a good night text. Like it was nice sexting with you. There you go.
Here's a little something for you.
Yeah.
Do you just send it on?
Oh no, they go.
like
Well, see, the thing is, women don't actually want to see pictures of cocks. I assume.
I've only had one.
It's just after they've sent you so many horrible pictures.
You need
of themselves.
collateral,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they need collateral. And I don't think women are sitting down for lunch with their female friends going, check out the cocks I got. You know, no one wants to look at a cock. Like, really, with it, you know, just, that's a nice looking.
Do you name all your cock pictures, though?
Just Sleepy.
Just
no,
Sleepy.
It's not like I've got 7 dwarfs.
Yeah.
Dopey.
There's Grumpy. He's got a herpes sore on him.
I was.
What's wrong, Grumpy?
Grumpy.
Grumpy.
Sneezy.
Yes, sneezy syphilis.
And Propecia.
And Nikki, what do you got going on?
My show was also canceled after 2 seasons.
Oh, the MTV show.
Right.
Yeah.
With Sarah. Why did they cancel that?
I don't really know. I think they fired or they let go our development executive, and they kind of cleared out all his shows that he had any hand in, and they just didn't know what to do with the talk show. It was just it ended. It was fine.
It's the end of every TV story, basically.
Yeah.
I just remembered I'm on a TV show.
What show?
Whose Line is still on? It's on the CW, and they're showing it like 18 times a week now.
Wow.
So
All right, so it doesn't happen to everybody.
Are these new episodes?
It went off the air like 10 years ago and came back on out of nowhere. So
Do you get checks for that,
the
or did
gift
you
that
sign?
keeps on giving.
Do you get checks for that, or did you sign away all rights?
What, the new one?
Yeah, will you get checks for the ones coming in or no?
I don't know.
If you don't know, you don't get one. That's the way they work it out in Hollywood.
That's how it works.
So what are you promoting, Nikki?
I'm doing shows at the Catacombs as well.
Nice.
9 o'clock every night.
Oh, I got one. I got a new special coming out on Netflix on August 29th.
What's it called?
Oh, cool.
Bear. B-A-R-E.
B-A-R-E?
Yeah.
What did you want to call it?
I wanted to call it Bear like I was a fat, hairy homosexual. Was the
Oh.
original.
See, I would have thought B-A-Y-E-R, the aspirin.
Oh, my hour, White Precious.
Yeah, Kurt's
I got an hour on Comedy Central Direct, White Precious, that you could still get.
What does that
so
mean?
good.
White Precious?
stuff.
It was just based on some insult I hurled at a fat white woman
White precious.
fighting over a cab. Yeah,
Well, that is a good insult.
Great story.
Yeah.
Because I know exactly what that woman looks like now.
I did
Yeah.
Exactly.
It paints a picture in 2 words.
And I know exactly what she had for lunch. Monique's pussy.
Wait, Nikki says it's a great story.
Oh yeah, the White
I've
Precious story.
never heard the
He
White
tells
Precious
it
story.
in the-
Oh, I guess we got to wait for it, right?
No, tell
you
it.
have to wait. I was supposed to open up for a tell in you know Rich Francesi, that comic?
Sure,
he used to have a
yeah.
club in Middletown.
Yeah.
So I was running late because I was buying like a month's supply of weed. It was the only time I could get all this weed. So I'm running. I can't find a cab. You know, there's like a shortage of cabs all the time in New York now. I finally see one cab, and there's this big fat, there's the White Precious getting the cab. But I didn't call her that. You know, I just went up to him like, excuse me, miss, you think we could share this cab? Like, I'm really late for something. I'm desperate. And I'll pay for your ride wherever you're going. And then she goes like this. Oh, my God, get away from me. Get the fuck away. Help me.
So you're saying she reacted properly.
She acted like if you were being sexually assaulted in broad daylight, how you would yell.
Wow.
And, yeah, and I didn't call it White Precious for that. Like, first thing I did was check to see if my dick was out. You know, like, maybe that's why people are yelling. And so then I was in my pants. I go, shut up, White Precious. Nobody's coming to you in a sexual way. What am I, your dad?
Nice.
And I really did say it. And then she goes, if you don't stop harassing me, I'm going to call the police. Jesus. And I got real. I'm like, call a cop right now. Like, I'll wait. Call a cop. I just want to see his face. You tell him that I attempted to scale and rape you. I want a cop to write that. I gotta call him fucking right now. So she did call the cops. And then her description of me, because I don't know if you ever like hear yourself getting described to the police by somebody.
Yeah.
But it was funny. She really, and she goes, he has very strange eyebrows and nostrils. And she goes, he has a blue gym bag. And then that's when I remembered I had all this fucking weed.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm yelling at her. I'm like, yeah, you fat bitch. I'm like, oh, God. And I just ran into traffic and hit Dwayne Reed. For 20 minutes, yeah. When cops came, yeah.
What did he look like? Well, do you remember when Arnold was on Mars at the end of Total Recall? And his eyes start 30 seconds into that transition. Picture that guy with a giant cock and a beard.
Was the cop alarmed at this woman saying that you were...
I don't know. I made a getaway. I finally found a cab. And meanwhile, Attell was just going to leave without me. I was trying to explain this whole story with him. Well, can you do the spot or not?
My mother's kind of gross looking. And she is. It's been well documented in my comedy that my mother's a big fat woman, right? And she used to hang out the washing on the clothesline out in the yard, and the next door neighbour used to look over the fence. I think he was looking over the fence going, look at you, fat bitch hanging up here. Like he was a moody old cunt, right? But then my mum went, he constantly looks at me sexually. Like she came in to tell me and my father to do something, and even I was just a little kid, but we all went, does he really?
Also, Tom Papa, what do you got going on, brother?
I'm doing the Rickles Gala on Friday, and I'm in Soderbergh's new thing coming out on Cinemax. The Nick.
It's great. I'm happy for you.
You were great in the Candelabra movie, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I haven't seen you since that, but that was fucking... The whole movie was fucking fantastic.
I love how half that movie was like angry, young, gay guys walking like behind doors looking at Matt
just
Damon.
scowling at Matt.
Just scowling at him. Like.
Yeah. He's, I have a lot more gay fans now. And
what's the Soderbergh thing?
I didn't think you could get more.
What else you got? The Soderbergh thing is called The Nick. It's about a hospital in New York in like 1900. Clive Owen.
The Knickerbocker.
The Knickerbocker.
Is it like a mental hospital?
No, it's like a straight up hospital, but it was like they were just getting electricity. They were treating people with cocaine. Clive Owen plays the lead. And he's like addicted to coke, and he's just kind of losing it, but he's brilliant at the same time. And Soderbergh.
Yeah, but what was brilliant doctoring back then? Like you just like washed your finger before you touched someone.
Yeah. You put a leech on someone's asshole for a headache.
I've got an idea. Let's not bleed people.
He's a genius.
Even back in the old days, who thought bleeding was a good idea?
Yeah, it's going to bleed you out.
Yeah, just fucking get all the bad blood out. Put a bowl with them. This will fucking cure them. Oh, we lost another one.
Did you know back then they had a huge problem with just like burying people alive all the time because they weren't good at like telling if you were actually dead?
Wow.
Yeah. It was like before stethoscope.
So when people were in comas and stuff.
They sold coffins that had these elaborate like fucking like bell systems, so in case you woke up in a coffin, you could bring.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's why they got all these vampire myths and shit, because they would dig people up and they'd be like
still alive.
They'd have them like be frozen in some horrible pose.
Oh yeah,
I
believe that's where Saved by the Bell comes from, right?
Yeah.
Fucking probably right.
The smartest man in the world.
Absolutely.
We got a smart one.
Yes.
Nothing but Nat.
Yeah.
There's never an episode of that show.
Wow.
And I guess for myself, I got the Vice second half coming out on Vice.com, and there's 4 episodes. So.
And the keynote.
The keynote this afternoon.
1 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm going to talk.
What is the keynotes? What is that?
You speak for all the comedians.
It's like the state of the industry.
But it's not a comedy. It's not. But Andy's just funny, and it's like he's just he's killing everybody. Me, it's just kind of talking about what I think the state of stand-up is, and it's like a 15-minute talk.
Colin did it last year.
And is it going well?
I haven't done it yet.
No, but is stand-up going well?
Well, I'm going to talk. What I'll be addressing, I'm just going to talk about the apology culture and people being offended and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And,
cool.
I'll probably say it's smarter than that.
Sounds
Why
very
don't you have
current.
guest speaker Chip do the...
Fuck yeah, Kurt. 100%.
I actually had a Twitter the other day. This lady said, actually the other day was a year ago, but she goes, you used to be funny, and I know it doesn't, but now you're just vulgar and crude, and I know it doesn't matter to you, but I'm going to stop following you. And I said, well, doesn't that just suck the cum out of the pirate's asshole?
You know what's the funniest bit of that is that it's a pirate. that's the bit where I'm like, all the other swear words, but the pirate, because obviously he's been at sea. Some guys fucked him in the ass. There's been no women around.
See, my favorite part of that is that the pirate left the cum in his ass. There's a beautiful piece for all of us.
Hidden treasure.
Little something for everybody.
I don't think we're going to beat that. We're going to get out of here. I want to thank everyone for stopping by today. Let's hear for Tom Papa, Ron White, Greg Proops, Jim Jeffries, Kurt Metzger, and Nick Iglesias. We're going to do this again tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow we got, who's on tomorrow? Bob Kelly.
Oh.
Bill Burr will be here.
The whole gang.
A whole bunch of guys,
Yeah, so.
regular guys will be here tomorrow. So
Right
thank
on.
you guys very much.
Yeah, thanks for checking us out today, guys. We'll see you. Thanks, Ron.